say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Arizona State's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David Herschel. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Completes the shuffle pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking for a man, it's Tollefson. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Hunt is on its way. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Owls offense has the ball for the first time. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. And there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back in Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this.
He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Arizona State. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Durant. The short hands, it's Grimes. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. They'll give it to him again. Finds a little space. There he goes to the left. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And how about this this offense. Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. East Carolina looked dynamic today in a strong victory there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. They did the little things well, they did the big things well, and well, that's how you win games. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And he put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. 2nd down coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. And you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Gets it out quickly. Let's talk for just a second about Kennesaw State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Butler. And he's wrestled to the ground. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Now they'll run the draw. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to sneak it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. Trying to do it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds his man. It's Hamilton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this trip.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He breaks a tackle. Picks up the first down. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. He'll throw it. He makes the grab. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? I beg to differ.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Grimes. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. Trying play action. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Dropping back, it's Durant. They're setting up the screen. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw again. Under fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off of you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up 14 over Troy. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To throw, it's Tollefson. Oh, they're after him. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Off the play fake. Bring him the heat. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Butler. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They booted away on 4th down. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Here's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. He'll get rid of it. Complete downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw, it's Durant. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Here's a heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountain America Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Makes the grab. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Durant. Throwing right. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Spins away from the defense. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Unloads to the right. He caught it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll try to get it in with the run. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Back open in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking to pass. It's Durant. Working that wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Grimes. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll try to run for it. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Here's the handoff. Nice move there. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Caught in the backfield. It's Grimes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Kennesaw State right back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by a field goal over UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score, your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Dropping back, it's Durant. Makes the grab. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get them isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. A lead down to just 3, 20-17.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Running to the left. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass, it's Tollefson. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. He'll do it himself. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Lets it fly on the move. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. 1st down, Kennesaw State. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this team's belief in their self. I love the way they responded. Listen, you're playing against a ranked team, a perceived better team. You get down early, but you don't quit, Jesse. You keep fighting. Man, they took the lead in this football game. You talk about heart and belief, they got it.
You're absolutely right, David. And that's one of the things this coaching staff is always harping on this team about. You play until there's zeros on the clock. You keep fighting. It doesn't matter how much you get down by. You play the next play, and they slowly but surely have scratched and clawed their way right back into this game.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's got room. Turning it on. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch down the right side. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Arizona State! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner will field it and bring it back. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. To the air, it's Durant. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Going with the ground game left. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. It's Hamilton. There he goes. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. SMU is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 14 to Nevada. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Durant. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And the Sun Devils line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Scanning the field, it's Durant. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Snap to the back. Shoots his way for more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Back has it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for the offense. The give to the tailback. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Back to throw, it's Durant. He's taking a deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. On 1st down from their own 22. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. As disappointing as this is, everything's still in front of this team. I mean, think back to 1983 Miami. Got blown out in the opener but won the national championship.
You're absolutely right, Reese. Lots to play for here. And there's no doubt when you watch this team, they've got the talent to get it done. They got to execute better. They got to iron out some of these mistakes we saw here on the field today. But I think if this is a team, if they stay healthy throughout the course of the year, David, they've got a lot to play for this season.
Goodness gracious, I guess I'm the only one that caught the 1983 reference. I know you two guys were alive. I wasn't even alive yet. Good Lord, you guys are old. Like, this is a long time ago. Can you use a little better reference there, Reese Davis?
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.